Well, that worked. It just goes to show how I need to listen to my own advice more often. You don't just need a plan of what you want to achieve, you need a plan to execute as well. And I certainly could have done better today, and I could have had a better plan, but I had a plan and I had a list of things that I wanted to do, and I made the time to do them. And consequently, feel like I've made a bit more progress today. I actually got a good conversation going within a PA network of all places, and sort of linked in with some of the stuff I did last week for this virtual summit for PwC. And it's not actually with this new conversation isn't with them, it's with somebody else, but it's kind of in that industry of administrative, secretarial support staff. So again, might not go anywhere, but it could do. And I was thinking about this as well. There's so much of what I do that just doesn't come to anything, doesn't end up being productive in the sense of kind of leading to work, but it's such an important part of the way I do things, and it kind of drives me crazy when I speak to other speakers and they say, "Oh, I've never done any kind of, I've never reached out to anybody, I've never done any kind of marketing. It's just, all through word of mouth." It's like, I know that can happen, and I know that maybe I'll get there one day to that place where I don't need to do any kind of marketing and it is all just through word of mouth. But you got to be doing this in the first place to get the word of mouth. And so I know that works because I've seen it work. I've experienced it. It has worked for me, the whole word of mouth thing. But I also know that most of my results come from the groundwork, and I just need to be more systematic with it. So I've done a few other things today as well, following on from the LinkedIn, I'm calling it the Danstermind, the LinkedIn mastermind that I did with my friend a few weeks ago, and looking at actually putting some of that into practice. So I've had a good sort of back and forth Q&A with my friend, who has been kind of allowing me to bounce ideas off and actually coming up with some doables, some things that I can just get on with, which is really what I needed and what's been stopping me from taking more action on that. But as I said, I just needed to block out the time when I could actually get down and do that. So that's what's been going on today. A bit of a frivolous, fun video this morning live on Facebook, and then sort of a recorded version for LinkedIn as well on Muller corners and whether you should eat them the correct way, which is to have yogurt and the fruit separate, or mix them together, which is clearly the wrong way. Anyway, we had some fun with that this morning, and I always find when I do these sort of fun, irreverent posts and videos that they're the ones I get the most engagement on. And I don't do it for engagement, I just do it because it makes me laugh, but it's an interesting observation nevertheless. Maybe I need to bring more humour into the other presentations and talks and videos that I do. Anyway, yes, kind of highlight and headline of today is that I just need to systemize my systemizing, my planning, my execution. I need to be more organised with blocking out time, scheduling in these specific activities that are going to form 90% of what I do, but in terms of the things that lead to work, but just don't get done unless I make them happen. So, lesson learned. Thank you again, Daily Videos, for being my sounding board in this respect and helping me get clarity on the obvious. Anyway, there's my check-in for the day. We'll be back again with another update tomorrow, but for now, please do give it a YouTube thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.